What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Trevor at Toploaded Gaming back again with another gameplay video. This time we're playing Super Contra again, but that's only because Captain Algebra issued a community challenge to play Super Contra, no death run, with no power-ups. So we're only able to use the little pea shooter. I'm definitely going to have a link to Captain Algebra's channel in the description below. As I find out who took part in this challenge, I'll add those people in the description below as well. I was trying to go as fast as I could. I'm thinking to myself, there are a lot of good players that are competing in this challenge. So I have to be as quick as I can possibly get. And, you know, right there, when I jump back, I usually kept going and I would jump over that bomb and I hadn't stopped at that point. But I kept dying over and over again, and it just irked me to die over and over again on the first level. So I'm like, screw it, I'm taking that out of my run, and I'm just gonna go with the more consistent approach rather than the quick approach. First boss. The trick is, if I'm remembering correctly, you can only have 4 bullets on the screen at one time with your pea shooter. You want to shoot you want to get your bullets coming out, and then you want to jump and chase them and get close to your anchor point of where you're hitting so you can fire more out. And that's kind of how you hurry up and beat that guy before he starts dumping people out at you. This damn stage. Seriously, I'm debating whether it's the worst stage or not because of the randomness, especially doing a run like this. If you're in level 2 and you don't have to kill an enemy, let him stay on screen. Leave as many people as you can alive that aren't problem people, because the randomness to which it throws extra people, both the green guys and the guys that shoot, especially in the earlier parts of the level, is just insane, especially the part with the 2 turrets. It screws you over sometimes to where you just die, plain and simple. Following your normal path, which has worked for you just about every time you play it, but because you killed this one guy in this certain spot, it allows this extra guy to spawn right dab in the middle of all the fucking action, and you're just dead. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to line myself up to be pixel perfect. My thinking is I'm saving a few seconds maybe by preparing my sprite to do as least work as possible to move on to the next level. Now, to me, for some reason, the first, second, and third levels are my hump to get over. Usually if I could get past the 3rd level, I'd at least like have a shot to get past the 6th level. In the first 2 levels, I'm trying to go as fast as possible, and then in this 3rd level, I abandon all that speedrunning shit. It's just like, get the fuck off my screen. Get off my screen. I don't want any part of having anyone on my screen. Now this one, there is a couple spots you can stay safe without having to move, but I found that it wasn't as consistent for me to just get through that part consistently. I found the only way for me to consistently get through the part is just to go back and forth like I was doing. When I started trying to do this, I was trying to go all out and get the best possible time. The deadline's approaching and I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna stop worrying so much about time and just try and get it done. To be honest, I'm not expecting to pull a win off in this competition with this run. I just wanted to be able to do it. I had never did it before, and I'm like, I always looked at it as like, why would I want to play the game like that, you know? To me it wouldn't be fun. But I'm like, can I do it? Is it possible that I can do it? I'm like, screw it, I'll compete. But I'm fully anticipating finding some more friends out of this that I didn't know that had channels. So that's why I wanted to take part in this. This boss, I'm pretty consistent at beating him this quick. There's probably a quicker way to beat him, but I was satisfied with beating him this quick. This is a pain in the ass spot because every now and then I hit that bottom power up and it either stalls me or I think I can jump and not hit the flamethrower, and I end up hitting it anyway and I have to start over again, or a red guy shows up and ends up killing me with this damn bullet. Now with this boss, I beat him a few times after I killed one of these second little spears, and I was trying to pull it off this time, but I couldn't. I didn't start off right, and I wasn't able to do it. But I was hoping for that time boost when I finally did beat the game, but I wasn't able to do it in this run. But it is possible. If you line yourself up with them pipes, the second that core shows its face, you start lacing into him. You can beat him after you kill that second spear. This boss really is a workout for your hand early in the game. So we're up to stage 4 now, and I gotta be honest, for the most part, this stage is on autopilot. I usually wouldn't die unless I made a mistake on an enemy and had to, you know, fumble my shit to hurry up and try and defeat that enemy lagging behind. You know, if you make a mistake and you're lagging behind, it throws, you know, your muscle memory and what you have planned to do all out of whack. You know, those are really the only times I would die in this stage, is if I would mess up on my preferred pattern of taking care of the enemies. These goddamn bubbles, man. These goddamn bubbles. It took a lot for me not to every other time die at them. But, you know, like I said, as long as I don't mess up with, you know, these turrets and different things that are coming out, I usually don't have a problem with them. You know, I like to call certain areas that I die at my problematic areas. Thankfully, the bubbles, I've gotten to a point where the bubbles aren't really a problematic area for me. So I'm trying to position myself ahead of time and stay on top of killing these turrets and enemies as they come along as soon as possible, because if you let shit build up like I did right here, a lot of times you die. And somehow I walked away from that not dead. But normally, if I end up in that situation backed into a corner, I usually die. I was able to recover, but my advice, don't get backed into a corner, because it doesn't usually end well. Memorize where these spheres are gonna spawn, so you in the right place you need to be when they start coming out. Because otherwise they're a bitch and it's gonna randomly kill you, and it's gonna be a problematic area for you. This next boss, to me, he's not that hard. There might be a quicker way, even with this weapon, there might be a quicker way to beat him, but this is just how I got used to doing it with the pea shooter. I gotta thank Retro USB for making this damn AVS. It plays it just like the NES, and the little amounts of input lag I have on my HD TV, it's not enough to hinder me from, you know, beating these games. Punch-Out's really the only game I can't really play on this console. I have to go to my CRT to play that game, and my real NES. But just about every other game I've touched, it plays it just like the NES. Stage 5, I was jumping past these tanks and turrets and shit, but this was another thing where I took the more consistently not dying approach rather than the quick approach. If you've never really tried this hard to do something like this, I have anxieties. I have an anxiety disorder. But I think even if I didn't, you know, the anxiety level rises. The more nervous tension starts building up, you know, the higher you get. And usually, this level to me is nothing. I rarely die on this level. The trick is getting this far. You know, for some reason, the first, second, and third level, if I'm gonna die, it's either gonna be the first level, the second level, the third level, or the 6th and the 8th level. I actually discovered that recently. I didn't know you could do that, and I just tried to see if I could jump over it, and I noticed it didn't kill me when I landed on top of it, so I'm like, well shit, I'll do that every time. I'd really like to know from everyone, if I issued a challenge like this, to be honest with you, the way I would handle it would probably be a little different. I would want to make some videos about it, featuring at least the winners, gameplay, but maybe even doing some side comparisons and stuff like that. If I did issue a challenge on a game or games, either monthly or bi-monthly or something like that, would people be interested in taking part in that? Because I wouldn't mind doing something like that. These fucking mouse. Anyone that has ever tried to do this challenge will tell you these fucking mounts are the goddamn devil. Because you play all the way to this fucking spot. Fucking right, I might have a shot at doing this. No, a fucking mount spawns directly center of where you're walking, and there is nothing you can do but sit there and bitch. Start from scratch. That's all you can do, or give up. That's it. See, this part, I don't really have a problem with this part. Now, usually I do better at this part than what I'm doing now, but I don't really have a problem with it. The fucking mounts, they're the fucking devil. Absolutely the fucking devil. I'm so stoked at this moment that I get another shot, because it's like, when you get to this point, it's like, alright, I'm gonna get a shot, I'm gonna see what I'm made of. I get a shot to no death run this game, being I made it this far. Because the most random spot and hardest difficult spot to get through was those mouths. Again, I'm trying to line myself up pixel perfect to shave off any seconds that I can. We've got two more. Two more to go. We're in level 7. I'm shooting downward always because it seems like it wants to randomly spawn people right when you drop. And there's nothing more frustrating in this level than when one of those dudes kills you after you decide you commit to dropping to the next level, and it spawns one of these guys and they kill you. The spiders, it's kind of like you know, once you get used to, once you figure out what you have to do, if you die, it's kind of your fault. But the random happenstance, the way these guys spawn right when you want to fucking go down to the next level, it's so frustrating when it happens. And you're all the way in the 7th fucking stage when it happens. It is so fucking mind-numbingly frustrating when it happens. So let me tell you, I've made it to the 6th level probably 30 damn times and died. I've made it to the 7th level and probably died, you know, 10 times maybe. And then I've made it all the way to the 8th level. I think it ended up being 5 different times that I hadn't died yet. And I died right when the roof starts coming down on you. I died like 5 different times in the 8th level. Like the last few seconds of the game before you get to the boss. And as most people trying to do this know, the boss is nothing. You get to the boss, you're guaranteed your win pretty much. I mean, so it was hard not to give up. And in fact, I had given up on 2 different occasions, and I decided to come back and try it again. I was having a hell of a time trying to defeat this boss until I realized, like, I wonder if you can shoot those little horns out. Because between the little red things and the purple things, one of them would be off time to where even if you try jumping, one of them's gonna kill you when you land, or one of them's gonna kill you when you have to jump. And then I finally tried shooting at it, and I'm like, damn, I can kill it. And then this boss, it took more time. Definitely takes more time to do it this way. But you don't have a problem if you do it this way. This boss will not be a problem for you if you do it this way. So I took the more consistent route. I want to consistently stay alive more than at this point. At this stage, coming up to the deadline, I wanted to consistently stay alive more than I wanted to save time. So that's why I beat the boss that way. Now I think there's a few spots here that I am just shitting on myself, like, no, I messed up, the red thing's out, and those red things, they can kill you pretty fucking easily. They can kill you pretty easily. I mean, earlier in the game, those red things, you know, they fucking taking it easy on you. In this stage, it's like, as soon as they come out, you want to let us out? Well, fuck you, you're dead. That's basically how those guys are programmed in this stage. I came so fucking close to dying right there. Had I died right there, I probably would have. I had another recording of me playing that I made it just right next to the boss, and I died. Okay, and I saved that capture, and the Captain Algebra told me, well, upload it. Because nobody's beaten it yet. Nobody's beaten it yet, so that may even come into play. So I saved it. Had I died at that part that passed a second ago, I probably would have threw in the towel and just uploaded that and been done with it. So around here is, you know, where I kept dying. I would get nervous, and I would keep rushing it, even though I wouldn't need to rush it. and I would die. So pretty much, right here, you're golden. I mean, if you die right here, you probably would never try and attempt this again. It would be so frustrating to die once you reach this bottom level. I never did die right here. That would have been insane. Now, I do like when I beat it, I like climbing to this top level. But oh my god, I'm still rushing. It's maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes since I actually did this. And I am still rushing off the adrenaline that I got. Because I've been trying for so many days. Now, mind you, I can no death run this game pretty much on command with the spread gun. And I was having so much trouble beating this damn game, no death run with the pea shooter, that I seriously thought I would not be able to do it because I was not making any damn progress. So when I finally did it, it was just, I don't know, I'm surprised my neighbors didn't call the cops thinking that I was like murdering somebody or something, because I just jumped up. There's nobody around. My wife and the kids, they're away for the weekend, so I had the whole house to myself, and I'm just like jumping up and down. It was a really cool moment, but probably a pretty sad and pathetic moment too. I'll be honest, I've been working at this day and night, and to be quite honest with you, while I did enjoy myself along the way, I would say this is a pretty damn hard community challenge. I would say among the streamers and you know, the channels that are beating some of these games, Super Contra isn't that hard. But when we're talking masses of people, this game, it's pretty much observable reality to say that this is a hard game. So a no death run with no power-ups. Me personally, next time, if it's something this hard, I don't think I'll be participating, because I kind of went insane trying to do this challenge. To contrast this with, I can beat this game, no death run it, absolutely no problem with any other weapon. But with the pea shooter, the fact that you have to tap so much on the fire button, your hand starts to get really sore and everything. It is very hard. It is very taxing. Thanks to Captain Algebra, Nefarious Wes, for putting up with my crazy ass the last few days while I've been trying to do this, because I've definitely been pestering him and bitching about the game, going crazy and then venting to him. I probably haven't been his favorite person as of late. But Wes is a pretty cool dude. I'm glad to know him. I do want to thank everyone that participated in this challenge, and everybody else participating. I want to say good luck. You know, upload your footage no matter what. I mean, it's supposed to be, you know, a community thing, getting us all to come together. That's pretty much gonna do it for me. This is Trevor over at Toploaded Gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.